Adobe makes terrific creative apps: Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, After Effects, Animated, goes on and on and on. 20 some odd apps and counting right now. In order to use them both in the Mac Lab and at home, listen, you have access to these apps at home as long as you're in the Mac Lab. You need to create an account. If you're a Mac Lab veteran and you already have an account, great, there you go. If you're a new Mac Lab student and you need to get an account, here's how to do it. But for both of you, remember, you have to use your guhsd.net email. And, your student email, ID number at guhsd.net. And I know some of you are saying, I got a Gmail account, I'm just going to use that. It won't work. It won't work because these accounts have been paid for by the school district. So if I click the sign in link, I'm taken to a page that has the sign in field. Veterans, if you already have an Adobe ID, sign in right here with your GUHSD email and your password. If you can't remember your password, click the Forgot Password link and go to your GUHSD email account in order to get the link in order to reset your password. Now, for new students, you can't sign in. You don't have an account yet. Actually, you do, but you haven't established your password. What you need to do is get an Adobe ID. And when you click on this, you're going to be taken to this sign-up page. And it's going to have a password field. And you know how, if you didn't do it, right before this quest is a quest called Password 19, where I explain that the idea that you have to have an uppercase and lowercase letter and a symbol and a number, it's just a foolish strategy that is wrong. Guess what? If I click right here, you have to have at least a number and a symbol, a lowercase and an uppercase character. Yeah. Even companies, creative companies that are intelligent and innovative like Adobe, do something stupid like this. I'm going to share in class and on the board a strategy to come up with a password you can remember, and I'm going to help you do that. However, I'm not going to put it in this quest or mention it in this video because otherwise I compromise that strategy. So, until then, the last thing I have to say is when you put down your date of birth, be honest, because if you're under 13, this form will remember and it will not let you in. Adobe's lawyers will not let anyone under 13 have an Adobe ID account. So be honest, right? Right? And you want to be honest because if you put you were born in 1962, so you sound like an old guy or old girl, that is a bad strategy because you're going to be in Adobe's database as a liar. And you don't want that, right? Honesty is the best policy. All right, you guys, that's how you get your Adobe ID. And once you get it, you have access to all the cool Adobe apps and all kinds of learning resources and more that we'll talk about. So you need an Adobe ID before you can use Adobe products. Cart before the horse.